Hi everyone, I've got a game that I wanted to share with everyone. I've been trying to get a live recording of a Danish Gambit, but I haven't had much success. And today I happened to play a couple games, and lo and behold, got a Danish Gambit game that I thought really showcased the fun I've been having with it. So let's get right to it. Of course, we have the Danish Gambit up to here. My opponent was very confident taking these pawns, and so I was prepared to get punished. And for a little bit, that is what happened. I misplayed this move here. You can castle, and black cannot take this pawn because you have this pin, and you might think, well, maybe I can defend the knight here, but no, that doesn't work because both the bishop and the queen are on this pawn, so I can just take this pawn and the knight still falls. You might think, oh, well, what about this other pawn? And if we go with this pawn, then we can pile up on this pinned piece, and we're only down a pawn. We're getting this pawn right back anyway with just a substantial lead in development. The computer's already given this a +5 lead for white. Unfortunately, I did not castle. I played this knight c3 move, which in other lines is the correct move. Like a lot of times I'll see the bishop comes out here for check, in which case this is the correct move. And I think that's actually the main line, because you can see the computer is giving black a small edge here. But that's not what he plays. He plays d6, and immediately, even though white's down 2 pawns, the computer's given this an equal position. So again, I did not play castles. I played this knight out, and I was a little concerned. Like, I've had other Danish Gambit games where the king gets castled. It happens very frequently, and these bishops really come to life on these diagonals. For whatever reason, this particular game, I was suddenly very afraid of him getting castled, so I played this h4 a little bit hastily. So right now, you can see I've clearly misplayed it. White is down -1.5, but this is still a lot of pressure. Again, we have these bishops on the diagonals. We have the rook on this almost soon to be open file. This knight can jump out of the way, and the queen gets in here. So even though a computer sees this as winning for black, as a human, especially in a blitz game, it's very tricky for the black player to defend. So the game continues. I had thought about castle's king side, but I really wanted to emphasize his attack on the on the king side. We've got the bishop comes out to hit the queen, and I thought I was winning a piece here. I missed this clever move by my opponent where he can take this pawn, because if I take back, it unshields this bishop. So if I take the knight back this way, he takes my knight over here, and any trade favors black. Black is up. Oh, you can see it right here. Black is up 4 pawns. And something I find incredible, that so after this capture, black is up 4 pawns, and the computer says this is equal. And that is, I think that's really incredible. There's not many positions where one side has four extra pawns and nothing to show for it. So we have black retreats, and now with just this, it seemed like a very natural move. Like you got this pawn, of course you're going to jump back, defend the bishop, and that's the wrong move. It gives a +3 advantage to white. I didn't spot this queen to g2 move. I played castle's queen side instead, and I had an idea of tripling or just doubling on the, like, my whole plan. Whoops, I didn't mean to pick up the queen. My whole plan was to get this file open and crash through on this file. So that's what I do with this knight sack. Again, it's not sound. So right here, I wanted to move the queen over, but I spotted that he could just play knight here or bishop here, and then probably just the knight here, and then I'm not really crashing through on this file anymore. It seemed too easy to defend, so I got rid of this pawn right away. He plays the king up, and I commit to this attack. and he misses this move a few times, which I think would have just put a stop to all of my plans. Because this move, it hits this light squared bishop, and it hits this pawn, which is important in lots of lines. It's not so important in the particular line we go down, but it would have been had the game lasted longer than it did. Again, he makes a natural move. He wants to get these rooks connected and challenge my rooks in this open file. I triple to prevent that. He's getting a little desperate. I think he realizes the trouble he's in. He gives up this piece for two pieces for the rook. And both of us miss this mate in one, but it doesn't matter because now I get more pieces in on the attack. I got the bishop, I got the knight, and I've got my major pieces. And this covers this square and this square. The knight covers these two squares. So if the king does get to the back, he's still in a mating pattern anyway. And you can see from the evaluation it's mate in 4 because we have this check here. You know, he can throw in a couple blocks, but ultimately the king has to come here, and then we capture the rook for mate. So that really, I think, demonstrates the Danish Gambit, that it's a lot of pressure on white to just attack relentlessly, and a lot of pressure on black to defend, you know, perfectly, which I think makes for a very exciting game and a lot more fun than some of the positional games that I've been having. So again, here I thought I was already positionally lost and thought I needed to go all in with this knight sack. The computer remarkably says, no, you're fine. Just keep pressing on the king side and don't worry about anything at all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see hear about some Danish gambits that you've played, and to see some evaluations like this one where white is down 4 pawns, but it's an even position. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.